Hey friends, you're most welcome back in to this new video tutorial with OSP Pro. Now on this new video, I'm going to be walking you, showing you how you can actually create up your own module in NodeJs. Now remember on the previous video, I explained to you all the different few. I didn't actually explain all because there are very many, but I gave you sites. I expect to have more of them, and some of you guys who wants to have one-on-one coaching, one-on-one training, depending on where you're coming from, in NodeJs from scratch course with me. Feel free to inbox me on. Feel free to have me be part of you. I can as well create with your time and have a look into how best we can come up and make this work out. Now get back to me again on this video where I'm going to be working with you, showing you how to create up your own module using Node.js. Well, let's come up with one. So previous video, I showed you guys how you can come up with um, building up a simple just hello world and still even just a text HTML, and then this content type is text HTML. Otherwise, you have a plain Johnson or maybe Johnson data. So whereby I expect to have an application / Johnson if at all we're going to be returning up a Johnson data at the end of the day. In a simple time, let me just walk you directly taking you through this. I want all this beginning point of the introduction point of it to be completely done. Now look, to come up with your simple application, let me just say maybe call it just maybe simple module. Yes, it's going to be our simple module.js. Now remember, we're just going to creating up one module here and okay, sorry for that. Now in this video, like I've said earlier, this is what we have. I'm just going to modify this video code. Okay, let me put this what you're going to work on first. Now remember, whenever you're going to be building up your module and you're doing it in Node.js, there's one thing you have to consider in mind. One of it, first of all, you're going to be using up something new, and that thing is going to be called exports. So that implies you're going to be taking it. It is on opposite if maybe you're dealing up for you have a program it maybe in Python, you'll find a bit kind of different, especially if you're from Python background or Go, you'll find a bit different. But don't forget, after all, I know you've never, or maybe it is okay if you have ever. So I'm just going to start up something. I'm going to say exports, then I'm giving up a dot. So I'm going to say maybe my date. That's going to be the date I'm going to be picking up, or my date time. That implies I'm going to be picking up a date function. And I'm going to make a function out of this. You get? Okay. So maybe I just want to turn a date here. You get? Remember, this definitely is going to be giving us and picking for us date from our application. I expect that to work as expected. So here, remember, I'm creating up a module, and that returns up date and time. You can actually create up any module. You can even say, I'm going to creating up a module, I'm calculating up numbers, I'm doing something, depending on what you want. So this is definitely going to pick up for us date and time. So this is going to be my date, like you've seen, and time. And then I'm passing up a function which returns for me that. So they use exports keyword to make properties and methods available outside the module. So for example, if I'm using the word export, I'm trying to make this application of ours to be outside of this module up here. I can extend it anywhere else. Like for example, here now, I can now go back to my application here and I try to just say, you know what, I have something new coming in. So this maybe is going to be our module here. Okay, so I'm having something new coming in that I want to call maybe date and time. You get the time. You get? Let me say that's the time. And maybe a date and time is going to be responding to what I want. And remember, whenever you're doing that, you request it. So since I'm on the same directory, I'm going to just do one step like that. And what's the name of my application? It's called simple module, like so. Remember, just a simple module. Yes. Now remember, you are trying to include a simple module, date and time. So where there is this printout, I'm going to change this printout to something else. Maybe what's the time now? Maybe the date and time are currently my date and the time is. So expect now to pass in. Sorry. So plus. Yeah. So my date and time is. So remember, what did you define here to pick this date is this, which is dt dot. What do you have here? It's called my date and time. You get? But now remember, it's an exported module, so it's going to be a function, just like so. You get? So that definitely gives you what you want. Now remember, this date and time is on writing when you're writing it up. You get? So I'm going to write our date and time from here. Write it, write header, Actually, I'm just going to write, not even write data. I'm just going to write it. I'm going to just write it awfully into the application. And then out here, I'm going to respond back to end, just normal end of the application, because I expect to have this right header. This speaks for us that normally. And then I expect when I say write, my date time is it picks for me the current date in which and time, depending on this module, which we have here. And then if you just try to pass and try to click here, takes you back there. That's good. And then on the other way around, when you try now to say, run for me this application, I'm trying to end it. It's like ending up that loop, and then try to pick this. So if I come back here again and try to stop it and try to run it again, hope there's no error. Good. So if I check here again and I try to refresh there, I expect to have the date and time in that format. Otherwise, thanks for watching up this simple video. I want you guys to see you who have managed to make one of the module of your own. On the next video, I'm going to be showing you guys something more interesting and something more new, and that's what to deal with HTTP module and how to use the built-in HTTP to come up with an understanding more, also dealing up with the great servers. So thanks for watching this short video. Hope this video is going to be one of the best videos you've ever watched on YouTube. Thank you.